This is for educational use only. Our group is allowing our instructor, Mr. Roldan Ardines, to use this as an educational materials.
Asian regionalism refers to the political, economic, and social cooperation and integration among countries in the Asian continent. It involves various regional organizations, agreements, and initiatives aimed at promoting collaboration and addressing common challenges in Asia. Examples include the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Asian regionalism can cover a wide range of areas, such as trade, security, cultural exchange, and more, with the goal of fostering stability and development in the region. One example of Asian regionalism is the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. ASEAN is a political and economic organization consisting of 10 Southeast Asian countries, including Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, and others. It was formed in 1967 with the aim of promoting economic cooperation, political stability, and regional security among its member states. ASEAN has played a significant role in fostering regional integration and dialogue in Southeast Asia.
And also, the different example of regionalism is that the European Union, which is an organization composed of 27 members countries located in Europe. The UE was established to promote economic operations and integrations among its members states, which is the goal to create a single market and a common currency for its member. So the EU also aims to enhance political cooperations and promote regional stability in Europe. So it has its own institution such as the European Communications and the European Parliament, which is help to create and implement policies for EU. So as a whole, so the UN is an example of regionalism because it brings together countries from specific religions, encourage cooperations and integrations among them for the benefit to all member states.
So, regionalization and globalization is two different things, as regionalization means that different parts of the world, like countries or areas, keep their distinct identities and interests. They might have their own languages, cultures, and even rules that are specific to their region. This could mean that countries in one region work together more closely with each other than with countries from other regions. Globalization is when the whole world becomes more interconnected. This means that countries trade with each other, share information through the internet, and work together on big global issues like climate change, making the world feel more like one big community. Meaning that while globalization aims to connect everyone in the world through nature, market, culture, aid, and technology, and many more, The regionalization aims the opposite as it divides a large area or country to a small divisions or region in order to focus on the needs and growth of their own region or an area depending on the situation. To further understand this, I'll give an example. In terms of market, regionalization more like to develop a monopoly, which is a market structure in which only one seller or producer of a good and services is in control. This idea is the opposite of globalization, as this opposes the free market and integration where there are different products that comes in a country and consumers has a freedom to buy any of the products. In conclusion, regionalization is like division, and with globalization is like a whole.
Why is there an Asian regionalism? Asian regionalism refers to the phenomenon of the countries in Asia coming together to promote cooperation and integration within the region. There are several reasons why Asian regionalism has become increasingly significant in recent decades. Asia is home to some of the world's largest and fastest growing economies such as China, Japan, and India. Economic interdependence has driven countries in the region to seek closer economics ties through organization. These agreements promote trade, investment, and economic growth in the region. Asia is also a region with complex security challenges, including territorial disputes, historical animosities, and the presence of nuclear armed states. As a result, countries in Asia have sought to enhance regional security cooperation to manage these challenges and reduce risk conflicts. The global balance of power has been shifting towards Asia, with China's rise as a major global player. This has led to the greater focus on Asia rule in global politics and economies. Many countries in the region are keen to shape and involve global order and ensure their interests are represented effectively. So many countries in Asia are still in the progress of economic development, and regional cooperation can provide opportunities for technology transfer, knowledge sharing, and capability building. This can help countries accelerate their development and reduce poverty. Asian regionalism takes various forms and includes a range of organizations and initiatives, each with its own goals and priorities. While some countries may prioritize economic cooperation, or other may focus on the security and cultural exchange. Overall, Asian regionalism reflects the diverse interests and challenges facing the countries in the region with efforts and address them collectively.
Regionalism, the practice of countries in a specific geographic region coming together for cooperative efforts and integration, can have both advantages and disadvantages. Here are some of the key benefits and drawbacks of regionalism. First is the advantages of regionalism. Economic growth. Regionalism can promote economic growth by creating larger and more integrated markets. Reduced trade barriers and increased economic cooperation can lead to increased trade and investment, benefiting member countries. Stability and security. Regional organization can contribute to regional stability and security by fostering diplomatic dialogue, conflict resolution mechanisms, and cooperative security arrangements. This can help prevent conflicts and manage security challenges. Political cooperation. Regionalism can facilitate political cooperation on shared issues such as climate change, migration, and human rights. Countries within a region can coordinate their policies and efforts to address these challenges more effectively. cultural and social exchange. Regionalism can promote cultural and social exchange among member countries, leading to greater understanding and tolerance among diverse population. In infrastructure development, regional projects and initiatives can lead to infrastructure development, such as transportation, networks, and energy grids that benefit member countries and promote economic development. Disadvantages of regionalism: exclusivity. Regional blocs may be seen as exclusive clubs that exclude non-member countries. This can lead to tensions with countries outside the region and potentially hinder global cooperation. Intra-regional conflicts. In some cases, regionalism can exacerbate existing conflicts or create new ones as countries within the region vie for influence and resources. Dependency. Over-reliance on regional markets can make member countries vulnerable to economic downturns within the region. Economic crisis in one member state can have a cascading effect on others. Inefficiency. Regional organization can sometimes be slow-moving and inefficient, leading to delays in decision-making and implementation of policies. Loss of sovereignty. In regional organizations may require member countries to some degree of sovereignty in areas such as trade and security policy, which can be a concern for some nations. Inequality. Regionalism can exacerbate economic and political inequalities among member countries. Larger and more powerful countries within the region may dominate decision-making and benefit disproportionately from regional cooperation. Lack of homogeneity. Regions often consist of countries with diverse cultures, economies, and political systems. Finding common ground and harmonizing policies can be challenging. It's important that the impact of regionalism can vary depending on the specific regional organization and the goals of its member countries. Some regional arrangements, like the European Union, have been highly successful in achieving economic integration and political cooperation, while others may face more challenges and limitations. The effectiveness of regionalism depends on the commitment of member countries, the strength of institutions, and the ability to balance the benefits and drawbacks.
This is Cadet John Vincent Ercico, and I'm going to discuss what are the factors of regionalism leading to a greater integration of the Asian region. Economic interdependence. Increased trade and economic cooperation among Asian countries can foster regional integration. Political cooperation. Political stability and cooperation among Asian nations can create a conducive environment for integration. Shared cultural and historical ties. Common cultural and historical factors can promote a sense of unity and collaboration among nations, making it easier to work together on regional issues. Infrastructure development. Improve infrastructure such as transportation, networks, and energy grids can facilitate the movement of goods, people, and ideas across borders, promoting regional connectivity. Security concerns. Shared security challenges such as terrorism, piracy, and territorial disputes can encourage countries to work together and region security arrangement and cooperation. Regional organizations. Regional organizations like ASEAN, SAARC, South Asian Association of Regional Cooperation, and others serve as platforms for dialogue and cooperation, fostering regional integration efforts. Economic growth. The prospect of benefiting from the economic growth of neighboring countries can incentivize nations to engage in regional integration efforts. Soft power of diplomacy. The use of soft power, cultural diplomacy, and people-to-people exchanges can improve mutual understanding and strengthen the regional ties. Legal frameworks. Development of legal frameworks and agreements, such as trade agreements and regional treaties, can provide a structured approach to integration. And lastly, external actors. The involvement of external actors, such as United States, China, and Russia, can both facilitate and complicate the regional integration efforts depending on their interests and action in the region. These factors, when combined and effectively managed, can contribute a greater regional integration in the Asian region, promoting stability, prosperity, and cooperation among nations. That's all. Thank you.
What is the new regionalism? The concept of regionalism has evolved over time, and in recent years, a new form of regionalism has emerged known as the new regionalism. This approach emphasizes regional integration, cooperation, and solidarity in addressing various global challenges. New regionalism aims to promote economic, social, political, and social development within a region while fostering cooperation and peaceful relations among neighboring countries. This essay will explore the characteristics and significance of the new regionalism, highlighting to its potential benefits and challenges. One of the key characteristics of the new regionalism is the increased focus on economic integration. Regional blocs such as European Union, ASEAN, and African Union have become prominent platforms that facilitate cooperation and closer economic ties between member countries by promoting trade, liberalization, creating common markets, and harmonizing regulations and policies. These regional blocs aim to enhance economic growth and development in their respective regions. This form of economic integration allows member states to pool resources, maximize comparative advantage, and attract foreign investments to boost regional competitiveness. The new regionalism is significant for several reasons. First, it allows smaller and less developed countries to have a stronger voice in international affairs by leveraging their collective strength as a regional bloc. By pooling resources, sharing expertise, expecting and find voice, regional organizations can negotiate more effectively and safeguard the interests of member states in global forums such as the United Nations or World Trade Organization. Secondly, the new regionalism has fosters regional stability and peace by promoting cooperation and dialogue among member states. By working together to address common challenges, countries in region can build trust, reduce tensions, and prevent conflicts. This model has proven successful in several regional contexts such as peaceful transition. The new regionalism represents a growing trend towards regional integration and cooperation. It seeks to promote economic development, political stability, and social cohesion within a region by fostering economic integration, political cooperation, and people-to-people connections, while offering significant benefits such as increased regional influence and stability. The new regionalism also faces challenges including managing competing interests and maintaining political commitment. Nonetheless, this approach holds the great potential in addressing global challenges and building a better future through regional cooperation and solidarity.
So how does regionalization affect globalization? Regionalization can affect or can encourage cultural exchange within a region, which can both support and oppose globalization. On the one hand, it may result in exchange of cultural practices and ideas between neighboring countries. On the other side, it can occasionally generate cultural borders that resist globalization by emphasizing regional identities over global ones. Regionalization has the potential to result in the creation of political alliances and organizations focused on regional issues and security concerns. These relationships have the potential to affect global politics and diplomacy. NATO, for example, or the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, is a regional security alliance with worldwide ramifications for peace and security. Another example of regionalization in the Philippines can be seen through the creation of the autonomous regions within the country. Specifically, the autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao, or the ARMM, and there's also the BARMM, or the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. The autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao, or the ARMM, was established in the Philippines as a result of regionalization efforts to address the distinct cultural, religious, and historical characteristics of the Muslim majority areas in Mindanao and nearby islands. Regionalization can also impact multinational corporations, where regionalization can have an impact on their supply chains, market access, and regulatory environment, depending on the location in which they operate. So in general, depending on the individual situation and how regions choose to participate with the global economy and culture, regionalization can both complement and compete with globalization. It can result in a complex interaction of regional and global influences, having both positive and negative effects for many sectors of society, economy, and culture.
What is the regionalism in the Philippines? Regionalism in the Philippines refers to the strong attachment and loyalty that people from different regions of the country to have toward their own specific regions. This can sometimes lead to a sense of identity and pride associated with their region, which may result in regional rivalries or conflicts. One of the examples of regionalism in the Philippines is the rivalry between the regions of Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Each region has its own distinct culture, tradition, and even language and dialects. People from these regions may sometimes engage friendly competition or even political disputes. Based on the regional interests, this regionalism can be seen in various aspects of the Filipino life, including politics, sports, and cultural events.
How different Asian states confront the challenges of globalization and regionalism. So, the different Asian states confront the challenges of globalization and regionalism in various ways, depending on their specific circumstances, policies, and objectives. Here's a concise overview of how some Asian states approach these challenges. So first, China. In globalization, China actively participates in globalization by promoting international trade, foreign investment, and the Belt and Road Initiative. It leverages its large domestic market to engage with the global economy. In regionalism, China plays a leading role in regional organizations like the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, or SCO, and the BRICS, asserting its influence in the Asia-Pacific region. So next, we have India. In globalization, India emphasizes globalization through economic reforms and trade liberalization. It seeks to become a manufacturing and service hub and is an active member of various global forums. In regionalism, India is part of regional groupings like SAARC and BIMSTEC, aiming to enhance regional cooperation in South Asia. It is also involved in the Quad, a strategic forum in the Indo-Pacific region. So next, Japan. In globalization, Japan embraces globalization through international trade, foreign aid, and investments. It is a key to advocate for free trade and multilateralism. In regionalism, Japan participates in regional organizations like ASEAN and is a strong proponent of regional stability and security. So next we have South Korea. In globalization, South Korea is highly globalized, known for its exports and multinational corporations. It actively engages in free trade agreements and technology advancements. In terms of regionalism, South Korea maintains a strong presence in Northeast Asian regional forums and seeks to foster cooperation with North Korea for regional stability. Lastly, we have Singapore. In terms of globalization, Singapore is a global financial hub and trade center. It actively promotes globalization through open markets and investment-friendly policies. In terms of regionalism, as a member of ASEAN, Singapore contributes to regional integration efforts and stability in Southeast Asia. It is essential to note that individual state policies and strategies can evolve over time. Each country's stance on globalization and regionalism can vary based on leadership, economic conditions, and geopolitical developments.